Hello and welcome to an information skills video on the basics of searching sociological abstracts. My name is Bowers-Sharpe and I'm a Western Illinois University librarian and the library liaison to sociology and anthropology. My contact information is on this opening screen and at the end of the video if you wish to contact me directly. I'll also share contact information for the reference desk, where my colleagues and I help people search for information resources on many topics and for a variety of purposes. Sociological Abstracts, or Soc-Abs for short, is the main database that WIU faculty and students use to find scholarly publications in the field of sociology. It does contain entries for books, dissertations, and theses, but this video will focus on finding journal articles, since that is what most WIU students need to do. To access Soc-Abs, click on the Articles Databases tab in the middle of the WIU Library's homepage. From there, you can access databases in several ways. If you do not know a particular database's name, use the menu for Subject Databases in the bottom right. We know the database name, so we can either use the Browse by Title menu, or we can click on the S link in the alphabet below, scroll down to Sociological Abstracts, and click on its linked name. This video discusses two aspects of searching Soc-Abs: how to set up a search and what to do with the results list you receive. Now I'll jump over to the live database. Starting from the library's homepage, go to the Articles Databases tab. I'll access Soc-Abs using the third option previously mentioned. Click on the S from the alphabet, and then scroll down to Sociological Abstracts. Note that the full list here includes more information about each database. If the database opens up to the basic search, click on Advanced Search. It's a good idea to set any limits before searching so that your results list will include only desired citations. Most students are asked to find scholarly articles, so click on the peer-reviewed limit box. Also, Soc-Abs is an international database, but WIU has access to few foreign language journals, so add the language limit for English. Now we're ready to type in search words. At this point, keep the search simple. I want to look for articles about whether people have negative attitudes towards tattoos. Even though there are a lot of different words I could use, I'm going to begin by just searching for tattoos and bias. These may or may not be the best terms. For more on how to find the best search terms in Soc-Abs and improve your results, please watch the separate information skills video. Notice that the rows are joined using operators, and, or, and not, that control the search. In a sense, you're asking the database to solve a mathematical problem, whereas tattoos or bias would find any article that has either one of the terms. Tattoos and bias will only return articles with both of the concepts, a smaller, better focused results list. Therefore, and is the default for joining rows. Because of the mathematical way that operators work, I'm keeping my two concepts, tattoos and bias, on separate rows. If I decide to add in more search terms, I will want all words that describe a certain concept, for instance, bias, or stereotype, or opinion, on the same line so my search doesn't get tangled up. Okay, we can now click on the search button. Now let's talk about reading, interpreting, and manipulating Soc-Abs results. You can look at the citations either in a list or as individual full records. The results list shows you the total number of citations you found and lists the first 20 on page 1, has a link to go back and modify your search by returning to the search screen, and gives you another chance to place limits on your search using the left sidebar. For each journal in the list, there is also a Find It at WIU Libraries button to help you determine whether or not WIU has immediate online or print access. Please watch the information skills video on finding results in Sociabs to learn more about the Find It function, as well as how the Interlibrary Loan Service may be able to obtain items not immediately available. The full record view offers more detail about a citation. It usually contains an abstract, a summary, so you have an idea of whether or not the article is applicable without having to read the whole thing. It also lists the subjects used to categorize the article. Pay attention to them because you may find a better term than the word you searched on. One last note. The Cite option is available in both the full record view and if you want to select more than one article from the results list view. ASA style, both the 3rd, 4th, and 5th edition are available to generate ASA style citations for you singly or one at a time. For more information, please see the Information Skills video on citation help. So let's review the basic tips for searching in Sociabs. Before you hit the search button, set desired limits. Keep your search simple and place different concepts in separate rows. Pay attention to the search operators. After you've done a search, see how many results you received. If your list is too short or too long, you may want to set more limits using the left sidebar, or you may need to improve your search terms or settings. Again, there's a separate video to assist you with that. If an article looks promising, view the full record so you can read the abstract and see if there are alternate subject terms you could search. That was a very brief overview on how to search the Sociological Abstracts Database. If you have any questions, you may contact me directly, or here in the middle of the screen is the URL you can visit for information on reaching us in person, by phone, IM, text, or email at the reference desk, including our service hours. We will be happy to help you with your assignments.